EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on their Beltway rivals, the Washington Commanders. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Now, this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
From the 22 now, here's second and a yard. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here we go, start!
First down, here's Mitchell.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's go. 18, right here. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Street.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
19 tight, Dragon 60. Check smash.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. The hitter here, it's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hal now to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
22 more yards there and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. Hal from the gun.
Flushed out right.
Another one caught by Collins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Now Hal.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown! Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. That is caught, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Come on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
7 Pirates. Check.
2nd and 9 now. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Here now a 3rd and 20. On play action, they'll throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Wants to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
No, we changed it.
They go play action now. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Powell completing the quick throw out wide. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 runners. Hey, check that. Street. Go, Reed, go. Steady.
Looking to throw.
But looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Commanders 24, Ravens 21.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they're calling a timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Howell.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's gone.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26.
A good pickup there at 22.
First down 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, Howell.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out. Behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Go check, go check. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
A give here to Mitchell.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Got it. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Wes, we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
In motion right, that's Collins.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Once more, Gibson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Howell changing the play here. And now they'll shift things around. They'll run with Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Big Lion. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they go play action with Howell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Straight ahead, Gibson. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thick.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Take over.
Howell throwing on first down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Howell from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots. And
he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Come on.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up on the shot right. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something.
And now the rookie's free. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They get this out left. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Commanders 68, Ravens 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
One last shot for Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the